In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a help command for your Discord bot that's really customizable, pretty, and also really easy to code. So Discord already has a help command built into it, so what we need to do to make a custom help command is first off remove the command, so bot.remove command help, and we're going to create another command just like how we create any other command. So we're going to start off by creating a really simple help command, and to make it look a bit fancy though, we're going to use embedded messages. So we're going to first off start off by creating an embed. So embed, the color here is blue and the title is basic commands. And if you don't already have embed imported, you should probably go back up and do from Nextcord import embed. And then we are also going to add embed fields. So for the name, we're going to put in the command name, and for the value, we're going to put in the command description. And we're going to do that for a bunch of commands, so dog gif, dog play, and dog sleep. And then we're going to send this embedded message. Now we can go ahead and test our code. So when we type dog help, we see an embedded message with the title and the command name and description for a bunch of commands. Now if we want our command to have multiple pages such that the user can click on buttons to navigate to different categories of commands, then what we can do is we can actually have all of this command data organized into a JSON file. So we're going to create a file named help.json, and in this file we're going to have all the command data. So what we see here is that this is the command name and this is the command description, and we have multiple command names and descriptions under one category. So what we want our program to do is essentially display one page at a time. So all of this is going to be displayed in page 1, this in page 2, and this in page 3. So we're going to start off by reading the JSON file. So we're going to do help guide equals json.load open help.json, and make sure you have JSON imported. To keep things more organized, we're going to start off by creating a helper function that creates an embedded message based on the page number that we pass into the function. So create help embed, we're going to set the page number to 0 by default and inline to false by default. So using the page number value, we're going to essentially grab the page title. So for example, if page number is 0, then the page title would be set to essential commands. And then we create an embedded message with the color blue and the title of page title. Now what we're going to do is loop through all of the commands under that command category that we just selected based on page title. We do for key and value in help guide page title.items. And key and value, so key is essentially the command name and the value would be the command description. So we can use this data to add fields to our embedded message. So we do embed.add field, we're going to set the name to the bot prefix plus the command name, which is key, and we're going to set the value to val, which is the command description, and we're going to set inline to inline that we pass into the function. And then to indicate the page number, we just set footer and we set text to the current page number of, and then the total number of pages. And then all we need to do finally is just return the embed so we can use it in our help command. So here we can just delete all of this code for now, and we can use the create help embed function, and page number and inline values are already set by default, so we don't need to pass any of that in. So when we run our code, we can see if our code is actually working or not. So dog help, Ooh, okay, so we see all of the commands under the essential commands category. So this is exactly what we want. And we can also try a different page number. So page num equals 1, which actually means page number 2 for the user. So when we save this and run our code, we can see, yeah, page 2 of 3, and we see all of the commands under basic commands. Now we need to add buttons to our embedded message so that the user can essentially choose to either go to the previous page or the next page. So here we're going to create a variable called current page and set that to 0. And then we also want to create a button, and we are going to name that next button equals button, and make sure you have button imported from nextcord.ui. So button, we're going to have label set to this character indicating next page, and style to button style.blurple. This is like the bluish purple color that Nextcord has. When the user clicks on the next button, we want to execute some code that changes the value of current page. So to do that, we are going to do async def next underscore callback interaction. So we could do current page plus equals 1 like this, but that's not going to do what we want it to do. So for example, if we set current page to 1, then that's essentially creating a local variable called current page, and we aren't changing the value of current page in the parent function. Since we want to change the value of the variable in the parent function, we can type non-local current page, and then we can just do current page plus equals 1. So when the user clicks on the next button, we essentially want to edit the message and display a new embedded message. So to edit the message, what we need to first do is actually store the message that we sent to the user. So to do that, we just do sent underscore message equals await ctx.send blah blah blah. And we do this because ctx.send automatically just returns the message that it's sent, and we can use this message later on to do things like editing. So here we're going to do sent underscore message, and here we're going to just do sent underscore message dot edit. And for this we pass in the value for embed, and instead of 1 we're going to put current page. So as you can see, we don't use the next button anywhere, and that's because we haven't added it to the message. So to do that, we need to add it to something called a view, and then add the view to the message. So first off, we're going to create a view called myView, and it's going to have a timeout of 180 seconds. So what that basically means is that if the user doesn't click on any of the buttons for 180 seconds, then all of the buttons in the view are going to get disabled. So here we do myView.add item next button. And then for the ctx.send function, we just set view to myView. And we do the same for the edit message function. So view equals myView. And also don't forget to await this line of code. We need to set next button dot callback to next underscore callback. We also want to have a button for the user to go to the previous page. So to do that, we're going to do sort of the same thing we did for next button, but essentially we're going to have current page minus equals 1 instead of plus equals 1. Also, one more thing we need to realize is that page num can be a value that's out of range of this list. So to fix that, what we can do is we can do page num equals page num mod length of list of help guide. So this percentage sign is the modulus sign, and it essentially takes the remainder of dividing this by this. What we're doing here is we're saying that For example, if the length of help guide is 3, then page number can only have the values 0, 1, and 2. Now we can run our code and see the magic happen. So we tap dog help, and cool, this is working exactly how we wanted it to work. So we're able to go to different pages using the buttons. So that's pretty much it. That's how you make custom help commands for your Discord bot. Also, if you have any questions, you can comment down below, or you can join my Discord server, and the link to it is in the description. Wait, I have something important to say. Why haven't you subscribed yet? I mean, you've come so far in the video, and you haven't subscribed? Look, it's 100% free, you won't miss out on new videos, and you'll help other coders find my channel. Also, make sure you hit the bell icon when you subscribe, because then you'll get a notification every time I upload a new video. Okay, yeah, that's it. Bye.